Hello, and my name is William Parker. And if you're an international student like me looking to study at Royal Thimphu College, where I currently am, you might find that there's not a ton of videos or information which kind of help you plan for that. And so in this video, I'm hoping to share some more information about that process, what it's like, what you need to bring, and maybe some extra tips about Bhutan. So right now I'm stood just outside of my dormitory. This is used to be one of the staff dormitories, which they give to students now here on campus. There are a couple of differences in dorms, but essentially you'll receive all the same features. You share a bathroom with people. That's one bathroom, one shower per floor. That's pretty much the same in the women's dorms. And almost everyone has a roommate. I know some international students, they paid a little extra to have no roommate. Unless you really, really need it, I recommend having a roommate. It helps the experience. Um, for me, it helps me put this on every day. I have an extra person to help me put on my national attire. Although I don't wear it every day, I do wear it for days I go to my internship. And so walking into the dorm here, you can see there are many different floors. Luckily, I'm on the first one. It's kind of an outdoor situation. I mean, there's a lock. You can close it. Got some people living in this one, 3 people. This one right here is mine. You get a little kitchen kind of appliance deal. It's a little different in every dorm. Another apartment. Sink, a little balcony right here. This is where I hang a lot of my clothes because it stays dry. Toilet. Shower, you can close this door and lock it. And some dorms, they have a common room. Fortunately, mine does not, but a lot do. I think all of the girls' ones do, but because this whole area used to be one apartment, now they just kind of split it up between students. They don't really have one, but most do. Every dorm has good Wi-Fi, I would say. Um, every now and then it cuts out. Every now and then we have power outages or the water might go out because of a storm. But overall, this is decent and it gets the job done. So now let's take a look at the dorm. So it's not too big, but this is honestly one of the smaller ones. This is where I sleep. As an international student, they gave me these sheets. Nice little desk. This fridge does not come with the dorm. I got this for my medical condition. It cost me like US 150 around there. We got a solid little closet space. Definitely recommend bringing hangers if you can, and a good laundry bag because you'll be carrying that around if you do hand laundry or any laundry really. Especially sandals, I recommend bringing too. You'll want those. I got a little power outlet I got from downtown Thimphu. It helps adjust to my US charger. My roommate's not here because he actually moved out yesterday. He's going to Gelifu for 2 months for a residency program. And so I've got this to myself for a little while. But it's pretty nice, not too big. Like I said though, this is one of the smaller ones. I'd say a lot of them are bigger than this, but this is like, you'll at least get this. I can open these windows here. I've got a nice view of the creek back there. So yeah, I'd say overall pretty nice. I cannot complain at all. And in the winter, they'll bring us heaters. So that'll be nice. We'll need those. You can see here outside the dormitory, we have a basketball court. More dorms here. Way back there is a women's dorm. These are all men's dorms right here. This is my dorm here. One thing you might notice is a lot of people hang their laundry out. And that's because while there is a washer and dryer here, a lot of people hand wash their clothes, which I've done a couple times. But also the dryer here doesn't work super well. And so even if you dry your clothes, it does take a little bit extra time to dry. So I would recommend being prepared for that by bringing a lot of clothes here. Personally, I didn't bring a lot of clothes to Bhutan because I didn't think the airline would allow for weight. But honestly, guys, I would have much rather paid that extra 60 bucks or however much it was than to have these 6 outfits here. So for the future, if you're like me and you're thinking maybe I shouldn't pack as much, you should. Also be prepared to pay about 3 bucks or so every time you do laundry if you want to do laundry. Instead of doing detergent, we just have a powder. There's a type of powder you can buy in the convenience store here on campus. It works pretty well. You pour it in either your hand washing mix or just into the laundry machine when you're doing your laundry. And it works pretty well, but just be prepared to buy stuff like that. So just up behind there is that basketball course I showed you earlier where my dorm is. You can see right in front of us right here is the infirmary. There's a college nurse here. Can help you just about anything. We've had some like foodborne illness here on campus, so they'll always have some kind of medicine, or if need be, take us to the hospital. One awesome thing about this country is they have free healthcare. So if you need anything, you can get it for free pretty much. Down here is the gym. It's a basketball court. During midterms, this place converted into kind of a traumatic space where I got some really bad grades. But that's okay. It's done now. As you can see right in front of me, there's this white building here. That's the mess hall. So right now they're serving lunch there. They have different times of the day where they serve meals. And for any international student that comes here, those meals are free. So they've got some non-free options as well. But if you're worried about any kind of food price, you're always able to get a meal here. You can look into the gym a little right now. Pretty empty. And we're arriving to one of my favorite views on campus. We can see the Buddha right ahead. Out in Thimphu, it's about a 30-minute drive. We've got the amazing turf soccer field. Now I'm here in fall. Fall is probably the best time to come and study here as an international student. There's a lot of soccer games, there's a lot of festivals. It's awesome. Underneath the mess hall, we've got a gym right here. It's actually pretty decent. They've got guys times and girls times and like intermixed times, but it's a solid facility. It has everything you need. And just right there, that white building is the laundry facility. So they've got 2 washers and 1 dryer. Like I said, that dryer doesn't work really well, but it works. It does the job. I hang out my clothes for about a day and then it's done. So you can see today it's a beautiful day, but don't be fooled. When you come to RTC, it will rain a lot. So come with an umbrella and a rain jacket, I would say. You're probably gonna want both of those things and some good waterproof shoes, because sometimes it gets really, really, really heavy. Luckily, the monsoon season's ending right now, but you'll experience it whether in the spring or fall semester. Now we can see right outside the dorm, this is where I get water. So it's not fresh in my dorm, but it is fresh here. So I refill my water, walk back up. If you're in one of these women's dorms, it's a lot closer. You're generally a lot closer to everything if you're in one of the women's dorms, but it's not so bad. I enjoy the walk. It's very pretty. Now, one thing you may be asking is, like, William, if you have a fridge for your medical condition, but that's the only reason you do, what about everybody else? Luckily, if you're an international student, they've got a fridge in their little space, which I will show you in just a few moments. It's a pretty nice area. They've got a little stove, little seating area. Someone brought their Xbox, which was a really great idea. I'm glad they did that. So we have movie night sometimes. It's a pretty awesome space. So now we can see we're walking down from the soccer field and the gym area. In front of me, we've got our first class block right there. So campus is pretty small. This first one is for mostly environmental students. Most of my classes are in that window right there, actually. And the way you're able to choose classes is pretty simple. You might have gotten a list of the class catalog if you're a student like me who was looking to study here. They don't offer all of them every semester, so be careful. Have a good list of backups and alternates if you want to be successful here. I do 3 classes and an internship, and that's good for me. It's not actually a lot of work. I could probably do 4 in an internship, but that'd be probably where I'd stop it. But anyway, outside of the class block here, we've got a canteen. This is like paid food, basically. Food's really good. Sometimes the mess food gets old, so I go here. There's a little convenience store right there. They've got like gas station type food, chips and soda and stuff like that. And then we've got the center right there, which is where the dean is. Over at this building here, there's also like a little extra little snack center that has like chicken nuggets and hot chocolate and stuff like that. So you won't go shy on food here. You have options, and when places are closed, you can always stock up on food at the canteen or a convenience store. At the convenience store as well, you can get books there, pens, you can print. It costs like 5 cents to print out a page, basically. So not too bad. And then also down there is the library, which is open till 9 every day. So one thing I really like about this campus is about how small it is. Like, there are maybe 2,000 students here. So you really get to know everybody, whether that's your international friends or just anyone else. So you can see we're walking away from the canteen. We've got Block A, Block B, and Block C right there. And that's it. All of the classes are held within this area. So it's not really big. Oh, and by the way, those are nursing dorms down there. And this is the international lounge right here. And really that's it. So it's not big. I'm gonna show you guys this international lounge here in just a second. But you can see it's quite pretty and quaint. It's really nice. And so I'm gonna keep walking down here. Just past these white buildings is the college gate. As an international student, if you want though, there's a bus service that runs for faculty that you're allowed to take. It stops right here. Every hour or so you can grab a bus, besides around lunchtime. There's a break in the schedule. If you don't want to do that, by the gate there's also city bus services and taxis. Taxis cost about, I want to say, $3 for a 30-minute ride. So I do that a lot because it's pretty convenient and it gets you exactly where you need to go. You see here is the back of the International Lounge. I'll show you the inside. So one of the problems I noticed when looking for stuff like this was there was like no information about what kind of services we offer or RTC offers. So here's the International Lounge. This was one of the things I wasn't super clear on. This is Lily right here. We've got people working. Full sink here, dishes, little stove, little water heater. Belle doing the dishes right now. Little toaster oven. Somehow people baked a cake in this. I don't know how that happened. Big fridge, but it's completely full right now because everyone's sharing it. So I'm lucky to have my own fridge. Big TV. Audrey's talking about pooping. Table. I mean, it's pretty solid. One cool thing about this lounge is that it has Starlink Wi-Fi. And so often when the Wi-Fi goes out on campus, it still works in here. Although sometimes it's gone out before. So anyways, international charger. Someone brought the Xbox like I was talking about earlier. So yeah, that's the International College or International Lounge. So here I am walking from the college block. The IR office is back there. You can see pretty nice space. Pretty new. RTC's not that old. I believe it was founded in 2008. So I'm actually older than this place. Big auditorium right here. As we keep walking though, we'll see the library in just a second. We've got this building right here, kind of like the big administrative place. So the president of the college is here. There's also weirdly an honorary Czech like embassy or consulate in that building. I don't really understand that, but it's fine. So you can see this is admin right here. Over to the left, that other white building is actually the library. And so I'll show you guys that in just a second. There is an ATM right there, although as an American citizen, my card does not work in that. I've been using Bank of Bhutan ATMs, which work in town. I've also been using an app called GoBob, which is really my go-to thing now that I have service here. And I think if you're an international student who's looking to travel here, it's something they'll tell you to install at some point. Whew. Altitude gets me though. I think we're about 8,000 feet above sea level. So it's something you've got to be aware of if you want to come here. I'll walk you through the library, but I'm going to be pretty quiet. You have to leave your bag outside and take whatever you want in. Whew. There are some like international charging stations in there as well, which is nice. So down here, there's a lot of environmental stuff going on, little plots of land people study things on, greenhouses, stuff like that. So I'll take you into the library. Let's head into the library. I usually will study up here because nice view and also international charging ports right there. Downstairs is more of a quiet space too, so I can kind of talk to my friends up here if they're with me. Midterms just happened. It's pretty empty though. I'd expect almost nobody has homework. Most of these books are also in English. And so if you're an English speaker, you've got a lot of options if you want to read stuff. Ooh, that's a cool illusion. Anyway, that's it for the library. But still pretty nice that they have it open usually pretty late. It's only not open during festivals, but who's working on a festival anyway? So now I'll take you to a new place. And so I'm sitting out here over near the college gate over there and just want to talk about some stuff you might want to bring to Bhutan. Here is a list, but really all that matters is you have a lot of clothing and medicine if you need that. So it's going to rain, it's going to snow, it's going to sleet, it's going to be 100 degrees. You're going to need all of it. You're going to need hiking clothes, modest clothes, shorts, pants, pajamas, everything you'd want. Also some good looking clothes. You might go clubbing. Clubbing's a big thing in Thimphu. Also, like I said, medicine. The only thing I would say about that is you're going to want to have a note from your physician stating the necessity of those medicines. That'll help you get them through customs. I had to bring a ton of medicine for a 5-month stay here. That got me through just fine. Certain medications though, like Adderall, are banned, and so you might want to get or check and make sure that it's not banned before you bring it here. Also, hygiene products, deodorant, menstrual products you might want to buy, but everything else you'll have your own sheets, you'll have your own towels, stuff like that provided, or you can just buy shampoo and stuff like that in the stores. And so that's really it. You're going to also want to have some storage with you so you can bring some items back too. So bring a lot, but make sure you got some storage too. And that's really it. So really the last thing I want to say are a couple tips if you're coming here. First, if you want to buy something expensive like a go or kira, which are the national dresses of Bhutan, or maybe like a really cool instrument or bow or something like that, make sure you have a Bhutanese friend who comes with you, because you're going to get scammed if you don't. Also, you can bargain at the markets. You can tell people you're a student here and they'll lower the price of stuff. But in the end of the day, something really nice might cost you like $1 or $2 more extra. So don't haggle too much. Also, if you're planning on coming here, get started on customs work early. I traveled through India. It was such a pain to do. It took me 2 months to get the paperwork to be able to travel. And so if you have the option to get here through somewhere like Thailand instead, do that. But get started early, over prepare, and you'll be fine. Even if you have a disease like me, like diabetes, and have to get your insulin, all of it in the country. As long as you start early and you prepare and you over prepare, you'll be good. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed. This is my friend Jazz. What do you want to say to the YouTube video?
Hi.
Okay.